Hey everybody, welcome back. So I just realized it's been 2 years since I did the unboxing of my US General Series, I guess it's Series 2, maybe Series 3, I don't really remember. The 30-inch 5-drawer mechanics cart. And it's finally gotten to a point where everything that I need and everything that I use is in this cart. So I'm going to give you a 2-year update on how well this cart has serviced me, and I'm going to spin this around and we'll get started. All right, so first things first, I got the door open, a fan on, it's beautiful out. So you might hear some birds chirping, some crickets chirping, and maybe a fan. So I apologize in advance, it's just too nice to keep the door closed. So anyway, at the top of the lid, I have one of those little organizers. Just keep some tape, a little WD-40. Rather than put the paper towel roll and make this thing wider than what it needs to be, I just stick a roll of paper towels in there. And then we have another two-can organizer with some screwdrivers. I keep some more lube in there, some PB blaster, things like that. Hanging from the bottom of that is a little Braun inspection light, the US General glove holder, a tray for parts, some odd size sockets, metric. On the left bank, those are the US General screwdrivers. And for the last 2 years, I gotta say, they've serviced me pretty well. So they've earned a full-time spot. And in this little front spot, I just keep this little extender. It's a little grab-asser tool. Where is it? Get it on camera. There it is. So, you know, you've dropped fasteners and screws before in spots where you can't get your fat fingers. So this earned a full-time spot here as well. Also on the left side of the top are my 1/4 inch and 3/8 metric. Some of these are Tecton. Actually, these might both be Tecton. Yeah, these are both Tecton. So they've been there ever since I did the reorg, and they've stayed there. In the back, all my impacts, all of those are Pittsburgh impacts, swivels, standard and metric. In the back, I keep my 1/4 inch Ryobi battery operated ratchet. I keep the 3/8 on a shelf with the charger. So when I need it, I grab it from there. Otherwise, I just keep that one in there. In the center, all of my ratchet handles, extenders, in this nice, I think this is from, I don't remember if this is Tecton or from another brand. Not sure. But the organizer itself has been really great. You know, all the things that you grab quickly. You know, you need to set something on fire. You got a nice little torch. Offset handles, ratcheting handles, 3/8 and 1/4 inch handles. And this is the way it's been. And I've used it like this, I guess, ever since I set it up almost 2 years ago, when I finally got it organized. On the right-hand side, I hate to tell you how long it's been since I've used a standard size socket in SAE. But these are all Icon brand, 3/8. I don't keep any 1/4 inch in here at all for standard size. And on the right bank, I have my Mayhew Dominator pry bars, a couple of extension breaker bars, giant breaker bars, 3/8 drive, and also from the Pittsburgh screwdriver set are all the Torx drivers. So this has been the way it's been, and I'm actually very, very proud of this box. Glad I made the investment. So let's go through the drawers too. Drawers have not had any failures. They still open and close smoothly after 2 years. You know what? Let's do the side first. So here's a little side tray that comes with the actual cart. So anti-seize, liquid wrench, garage door grease, stuff for brake jobs, brake cleaner, and my little oil filler, my funnel. So that's what stays on there. On the top left, Just more screwdrivers and Torx and things like that. Odd sizes. Stuff that if I want to beat on it without ruining a good screwdriver, and micro screwdrivers too. I keep all the micro sizes in here. And this is an Ernst tray. I think the big black one in there is an Ernst tray as well. But these drawers still slide beautifully. I haven't lubed them at all since I've had it. Second drawer on the left is another Ernst tray. Things that cut, slice, dice. All my, constantly using box cutters and, things like that. Large size Allen wrenches, ball end. These are Tecton brand. You can see all the large sizes there. Picks, pokers, scissors, all that kind of stuff. Little tiny, like a craft saw for cutting small things. And this is a set of Torx, Tecton brand. And I've become a fan of using these silica gel packs. I picked these up on Amazon in a giant bundle. I forget how much it cost me. But I've been putting these in all my toolbox drawers. Every toolbox I own is getting one of those. So that's that. Let's go to the top right drawer. So my Viking battery tester, which you've seen, I did a review on this, testing my old truck battery, my old ODB2 scan tool. This is my Chevrolet for tire sensors for resetting. So clip tools, inspection mirrors, my Craftsman digital multimeter, Tac Life. This is a battery jump box, one of those little small lithium ones. Probe light. Oh, where are you going? There you go. And my infrared thermometer, basically electronic things in here. So that's that. That's 3 drawers down, 2 to go. In here, I finally got all my wrenches organized. There's some Torx bits in the front, Torx on the side. There's Allen's on the side. But this is my Tecton set. I think this goes from 6 to 24. Something like that. Let's see. Yeah. To 24. So, those are standard combination wrenches. Flare nut wrenches, and then on the right side is my hybrid set of gear wrench mixed with Tecton these are awesome. Ratcheting. This set began as a gear wrench set, but it had skips in it, and I actually lost a couple. So if you watch the first review, I filled these in with Tecton brand individually because I couldn't find the gear wrench, the missing ones individually. So that's now complete. So those 2 sets stay in here. That's where they live. And a couple of odd 10 millimeter wrenches because 10 millimeter always goes missing. And these are both ratcheting 10 millimeters. So that takes care of drawer 4. Drawer 5. Pliers, snips, hammers, oil change stuff, an old brake depression tool. But I've got the vice grips, I've got the, the mix and match from days gone by of all kinds of stuff. But basically anything that cuts, snips, wrenches, pliers. And that's where all of this lives now. That takes care of drawer 5, and underneath is basically jack stands, wheel chucks, bottle jack, tire iron, stuff to get, once you get your car in the air, you're doing work. That just makes it so much easier to wheel the entire unit outside into a driveway and get the job done without that was my complaint. If you watched the first video I did on this, I was getting tired of walking into the garage and coming back out and then walking back into the garage. So tried to get everything that I could use for like a brake job, which I do, oil changes, which I do, you know, servicing 2 cars. And sometimes a family member or a neighbor, listen, just pull your car in the driveway, I'll wheel this thing out, and I got everything at my disposal. Also is the 34-inch that really doesn't need a review. I managed to get most of the tools that I needed from there into there. And this is kind of empty at the moment. So there's probably going to be some things in there soon though. You can see I've got these little containers full of sockets. This might end up being my toolbox that when I go on those little adventures to hunt for tools and things that I end up flipping and turning over on eBay, that might be the storage unit. There's actually some right in here now, I think in this first drawer. Some stuff that was found at some of those flea markets and things from a couple of those boxes that I've done reviews on. So that's probably what this will end up being. But that right there has serviced me well for 2 years now. It rolls great. I have not had any tipping problems, any issues with this thing just acting squirrely. That's really about it, guys. So I know it's been a while, and you know, I want to start, again, I keep saying it, I want to start putting more stuff up here. But I've been paying some attention to the guitar channel. So if you haven't gone over there and you're into guitar stuff, go look up Slow Hand Guitar Shop and see some guitar stuff, some of the work I've been doing. There's probably about 35 videos up there. And I might do a review of the 34-inch cart I have like that down in the basement that's full of all the guitar repair tools and things that I use for that. So anyway, that's it for this episode of the update on this US General 5-drawer 30-inch cart. And I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing, and sticking around here. I hope you're all doing well. I'll see you guys in the next video.